roster. They actually lost the season series to this team last year.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Now here's Reeves. Hachimura from long range. Irving looking around. Lets it go from deep. And Reeves pulls it down. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Ayton. And there it is for him.
Grown man strength right there. Ayton just pushing through contact and getting it done.
Outside Irving. No good on the triple. Ooh, poked away. And now the Mavs on the run. He's off on the layup.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Here's Ayton. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Gotta be careful how you guard Ayton. He's so creative at finding ways to draw fouls.
You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. Now here's Thompson. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gafford. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Let's send it to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Jason Kidd. Allie?
We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. The Mavericks leading. Gafford the screen. Outside Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And a slide play from Thompson. I mean, he's too quick. No room for distractions when he's guarding him.
Now Doncic. No points so far. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's Irving. And Ayton pulls it down.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Here's Connect. Nice D from Thompson. And Dallas with possession. Pass to Irving. Out to Thompson. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Now, here is James. Pass to Vincent. 5 on the clock. Here's Arabia. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. It's Exum on the wing. Now Powell. He's covered by Vincent. Back to Marshall. Again, the miss by Dallas. Now Los Angeles with it. Here's James. Powell pulls it in.
2 minutes remaining.
Exum left side. Cousins.
Lakers foul.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And, you know, when Cousins is healthy now, this guy is a quality player. He's a big man that has a lot of versatility.
And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul. James double team. To the middle. Powell with a steal. Here's Exum to the inside. And stolen by Hayes. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Russell. Still without a bucket. Marshall with the bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Vincent. James outside. There's the 3. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. The Mavericks lead by 3. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took. And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Powell with a steal. It's good.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
Lakers trail by 3. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. James, right side. James double team. Just 4 to shoot. Hayes for 3. That shot missing. It'll count. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that is pretty cool. be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Ryan, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. And it's Doncic missing. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Russell. It's blocked. Here's James. Mavericks with a rebound. Here's Marshall. Down low. Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Pass to Laravia. And there's James from the arc. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Here's Marshall. Buries it from 3. And now it's a 10-point Dallas lead. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
B.A., I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category, one of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Now here's Powell. LeBron with the rebound. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game. Pass to Laravia. Launches it. The Lakers with another miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Dallas leading by 8. Here's Marshall. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Luka Doncic is a superstar in this league, and he continues to build on what is going to be some kind of resume when it's all said and done. Has every tool that you need to have to be an MVP one day.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the basket by Dallas. Pass to James. James double teamed. Here's Laravia. From outside, off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Gafford with the bucket.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And it's Laravia missing. Dallas leading by 13. Inside. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now here's Reeves. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And Irving gets it to go.
And they look more confident now, putting that rough first quarter behind them.
Looking to end the run. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Milton, no good. Here's Irving. 5 points in the game. Yep, count it. Lively's gotten his second bucket.
Kyrie Irving.
Big checks and a cash flow ski. A couple boys on the block. Man, I've been lapping on locals and socials. Man's looking all hot. Tell the youth to stay off the violence and make peace. Don't worry about